Hello class, so I just want to go over the Impressionistic painting project, and the first thing to note is that it's due October 4th, so it's the same day as the monochromatic still life. And in this project, you need to make two paintings, both are 12 inches by 12 inches, and they're going to be of the same subject matter, and it's going to be in the Impressionistic style. Okay, so this means that you're going to have these broken brush strokes. So if you look up close at this one, do you see how there's these separate marks? These separate explicit marks. Okay, and then you're going to use optical color mixing, which means that you're going to place marks of different colors next to each other, and they're going to combine in the eye. Okay, so the first step in this is you're going to go and you're going to find a location to paint. Okay, so one way to do this is you could do it, you could paint through, from inside. You could paint outside your window, or you could paint outside your window from the inside. Another way is that you could go into your backyard or go outside somewhere else. So once you've found your location, be sure that your composition is a small component of the overall scene. I don't want you to get overwhelmed, so even if it's just a bush and some dirt, that's okay. Or if it's a tree and some sky, that's okay. Or maybe a hill and a little sky, that's okay. You don't have to paint, the Grand Canyon. It can be a very simple composition. Actually, I want it to be a very simple composition. So this student drew a bush. Okay, this student drew a bush and then part of this building. Okay, very tight and cropped. So once you found your location, you found a way to tightly crop it for your painting. What you're going to want to do is you're going to want to paint it at two separate times. You want to make sure that these two separate times are 5 hours apart, and this will allow for there to be enough difference in lighting. And you're going to want to work on it for a 5-minute window. So for example, let's say you find this nice scene outside your window. You could paint it from 9 a.m. to 9:45. Okay, and then you can make your second session 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. Now, it's not likely that you're going to be able to finish it in one of these windows. Okay, it's likely going to take about 3 sessions. So realize, let's say on Monday, you work on painting 1 from 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. And then you work on painting 2 from 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. You'll probably have the drawing done and maybe a couple little marks. You could come back on Wednesday and work on painting 1 from 9 o'clock to 9:45 a.m. and then again work on painting 2 from 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. And it's likely you'll probably need another session, so then you have to come back on. You could come back on Friday at 9 a.m. to 9:45 a.m. to work on the first painting, and then from 3 p.m. to 3:45 p.m. to work on the second painting. Now, sometimes the weather changes too much. If it's raining or the weather's markedly different, then you're going to want to wait till the weather's similar again. Now, to compensate for that, I ask that you take a reference photo right when you figure out what you want to paint. And this will help you in case the weather's bad, or in case the painting's due in 2 days and it's currently raining for several days. Okay, so make sure you take a reference photo. Okay, and here's some excellent examples of student work, and these were actually done from outside the Mount Sac window. Okay, so I want to talk about the rubric, and this is how this painting will be graded. And it's pretty simple and straightforward, but I don't want you to see this as constraining. I just want to, let you know what the expectations are, and then you could experiment outside of these. So those paintings worth 15 points. You need to do 2 paintings. And what I'm looking for is that you use impressionistic marks. So these are these short, broken brush strokes, okay, the ones I was showing you on the handout, that are unblended. Okay, so they need to be separate and visible, okay, not blended and smoothed out. You need to use optical color mixing. So that's where you place different color marks next to each other and they combine in the eye. You need to use great craftsmanship, okay, which basically means it needs to look like you took care when you painted this. It needs to be complete, and completion for this is that the whole painting is covered in impressionistic marks, so that no white canvas is showing. Basically, the way I do this, I look at each of these criteria, and you'll get a grade for it. So if you do excellent on this, then you get 3.75 points. If you do good, you get 3. Satisfactory, 2.25. Unsatisfactory, 1.5. If it's not there, then 0.75. And basically, these arrange for like an A, B, C, D, F. Okay, so let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll answer them.